So let's do a little practical exercise to see if this actually works or if it's just some monk talk, okay? So for that, I need some audience participation. I need all of you to sit up straight in your chair, okay? And put your feet down on the ground. And if you're leaning back in your chair, sit forward a little bit. Keep your spine straight. Roll your shoulders back. You can keep your head nicely balanced on top of your spine. Your eyes are closed. Don't worry, we're not going to chant or hold hands until later. Just kidding. So take a slow, deep breath in with your eyes closed. Take a slow, deep breath in. Slowly exhale. Then take another slow, deep breath in again. And then slowly exhale. I want you to become aware of the chair that you're sitting on. Is it comfortable? Is it not comfortable? The temperature of the room? Is it cold? Warm? What about your body posture? Is your spine straight? Your shoulders roll back? You're sitting a little bit forward? Your head nicely balanced on top of your spine? Now I want you to become aware of the most recent wedding that you attended. Do you remember whose wedding it is? Were you happy for the couple getting married? Try and think as much detail as you can about the wedding. Do you remember what you wore to the wedding? Do you remember what the bride wore? Did she make a good choice with her dress? How was the food at the wedding? Alcohol? Did you drink a lot? Was there good music? Did you dance? Did you do some crazy wedding dance? Now I want you to become aware of the most recent vacation that you went on. What kind of vacation was it? Was it a surfing trip, yoga retreat, holiday, shopping, camping, backpacking? Try and think as much detail as you can about the vacation. What was the weather like where you went? Was it cold, rainy, hot, humid, dry, snowing? Do you remember the favorite hotel you stayed in? How was the food? Bland, spicy? Did you get sick eating the food? Did you shop a lot? What was one thing you bought on the trip that you really liked? Your eyes are still closed. I want you to become aware of the room again. Try and feel the temperature of the room. Is it warm? Is it cold? The chair you're sitting on, is it comfortable? Is it not? Is your spine still straight? Are you hunching? Are your shoulders rolled back? Okay, slowly open your eyes and you can lean back in your chair. Well, thank you very much for doing that exercise with me. That exercise is really to prove two things to you. One is there's a clear separation between awareness and the mind, two completely different things. Second is you can actually take your awareness and move it to any area of the mind you want it to go to. Well, you gave me permission to do it, so I took your awareness from the room, I took it to an area of the subconscious mind where the memory of the wedding resided, and then I took you to the vacation area of the mind, and then back to the room again. How do I know you were thinking about the wedding? Well, I had my eyes open and your eyes were closed. And when I asked questions, I could see the reactions in your face. Did the bride make a good choice with her dress? A couple of you went, okay. Did you drink too much? A few heads went down. So I knew you were thinking about the wedding, right? So I took your awareness to different areas in the mind. This happens all day. All day we allow people and things around us to dictate where our awareness goes in our mind. Let's do one little exercise again just to emphasize this point, because to me this is really, really important, and it's the crux of really managing energy in your life. Can you remember your first kiss? Do you remember who it was? Do you remember his or her name? Do you remember where it took place? Back of Dad's car? Behind the garage? What was the experience? What was the emotion that was associated with that experience? Come on, really think about it. It wasn't that long ago. Come on. Were you embarrassed? Were you nervous? Do you remember? Do you remember the person's name? Okay, some people are laughing, blushing. Do you remember the first time someone you loved, someone really close to you, passed away? Do you remember that? Do you remember getting a phone call, being told that this person that you love has just died. How did you feel? What was the emotions associated with that experience? Did you have the blessing of being able to see the body before it was cremated or buried? Do you remember standing next to the body, wondering how it felt, knowing that you'd never see this person again? How did it feel for you? Do you remember the emotions? Isn't it interesting? In the space of 60 to 90 seconds, I took your awareness from an area of the mind where all of you were smiling or giggling or slightly embarrassed to an area of the mind where all of you are completely sad. Or not sad, or just feeling the vibration of the room just completely changed, right? And I could take your awareness now to an angry area of the mind where you all get angry, you get up and you leave, and Sarah and the team would be really upset with me. And this happens all day, right? All day we allow people and things to dictate where our awareness goes. And because they dictate where our awareness goes, that's where our energy flows as well. And where our energy flows is what manifests in our life. So really the goal in life is not really to control your mind, but rather to control where your awareness is going within your mind. So don't control your mind, control where your awareness goes within your mind. How do we do that? We do that by learning how. So your spiritual practice or your homework for taking away is to control where your awareness goes in your mind throughout the day, and that's really it. How do we do this? We learn the fine art of concentration. First, let's define what concentration is. I define concentration as the ability to keep your awareness on one thing for an extended period of time. So if I can keep my awareness on this lady and hold it on her, I'm concentrating. If I allow my awareness, my ball of light to move away, I'm getting distracted. I use my willpower and I bring my awareness back and I hold it on her. Being able to do that allows me to concentrate. Most people can't concentrate for two reasons, right? One is they've never been taught how to concentrate. Second is they never practice concentration.
Hey guys, Jay Martin here. I hope you found that little exercise or whatnot just as interesting as I did. By the way, link to the original video is in the description, so you can check that out if you want. But what I really want to discuss about is how remarkable it is that we can have the ability to control not what happens to us per se, but how we respond or how we interpret a situation. I think if you're well observant of your thoughts and feelings, you somewhat know that it is possible. To some extent, we already know that we can control our internal state. We're just not so conditioned to act on it. Because socially, our minds default into comparing things, and we're more externally programmed and driven that we just don't know how to play and win these single player games anymore. We compete purely based on the known result of others, which is like an external multiplayer competitive game. But when it comes to learn to be happy, train yourself to be happy, that's a completely internal, no external progress, no external validation, 100% you're only competing against yourself. We just have the natural tendency to disregard it because we're such social beings, we want to be publicly praised for something we achieve so someone can look at it. The reality is, internal fulfillment or happiness, whatever you define that to be yourself, depends on you. You can choose to be happy if you want to or not. All your interpretations are alone, all your memories are alone, all your thoughts are alone. We die alone. That's a sad truth. So, just a few inspiring words. I don't want to let you go without a smile, but take this away with you. Have a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing. So, a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing really means finding within ourselves the ability to get rid of the occasions to be offended. Every day, you can go out and find 100 different reasons to be pessimistic, offended, bitter. But a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing is a mind that says, I'm never looking for anything to be offended by. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. Feel free to drop a comment. I'd always love to know your point of view. Let me know what you think. Enjoy and have an amazing rest of your day. Been your boy Jay Martin. Peace and love.